Good morning, students. In the last session we have discussed about the fourth module, which is related to nano particles and its characterization. So today we will start the last module of this additive manufacturing subject, which is manufacturing control and automation. So in this module 5 we are going to have a discussion related to CNC machinings, CNC technology, or it may be the NC numerical control technology, or it may be the direct numerical control technology, its advantages, disadvantages, limitations, applications related to this. This is the first topic what we are having. In the next topic we are going to have a part programming, that is CNC programming, that is a manual part programming with respect to drilling, milling, turning. We are having some examples on these. In the same way, in the next topic we are going to have the automation. So here we are having manufacturing control and automation. So manufacturing, that is CNC, part programming, everything related to manufacturing control, and automation, where we are going to have a that is the automation, its principles as well as strategies of automation. Like this we are having some topics related to that, as well as control technologies and automation. So that is nothing but the industrial control system, that is of the process industry, or it may be the discrete manufacturing industries, continuous, or it may be the discrete control systems. So these all we are going to have in the module 5, where it is manufacturing control and automation. So today we start with the first topic, which is related to the numerical control. So before starting to this numerical control, so today we are going to use the in the industry scenario, we are going to have in industries we are going to use CNC machines. So before CNC machines we are going to have the direct numerical control, or it may be the numerical control technologies we had. So going to the CNC, before that what we had and what was the history beyond this, we will see that related to that one today. So in 15th century we had a machining of the metals. So before coming to the numerical control machines, before to that we had in 15th century we had a machining of the metals. In the 15th century we had a technology of machining the metals. In 18th century, industrialization, production type, machine tools, like this it came into existence. And in the 20th century we see the tailor who have come up with the tool metal as well as the HSS tools. All these had been come, and the automated production equipments, that is screw machines, or it may be transfer lines, assembly lines, or it may be the using of cams and preset stops. We have seen after this. So coming to the programming automation, before this the using of robots or the PLCs, we had a numerical control. So that is nothing but the programmable what we had. So programmable automation. So how these numerical control techniques come into existence? So the word NC, which stands for numerical control, where refers to the control of machines or process using symbols, codes consisting of characters and numerals. So the numerical control, where we had a program by using the symbols, characters, codes, by using these we had programming for this numerical control. So the word CNC came into existence in 17th century. In the 17th century only, the CNC machines have came into existence when microprocessor, microcomputers replaced integrated circuit IC based controls used for the numerical control machines. So the development of this numerical control owes much to the United States Air Force. So United States Air Force have come up with this numerical control. So the concept of this numerical control was proposed in the late 1940 by John Parson, by the name John Parson, who recommended a method of automatic machine control that would guide a milling cutter to produce curvilinear motions in order to generate a smooth profile on the workpieces. So this person, that is John Parson, who come up with this numerical control. So in 1949, the US Air Force awarded the Parson a contract to develop a new technology, that is a new type of machine, that machine tool that would be able to speed up production methods. So they have given a contract for this person. So this Parson, what he has done is he has given subcontract to the Mascot Institute of Technology to develop a practical implementation of his concept. So scientists and engineers at the Mascot Institute of Technology built a control system for a 2-axis milling machine that used a perforated paper tape as the input media here. So perforated tape which are used for this by the Mascot Institute of Technology. So this prototype was produced by retrofitting a conventional tracer mill with the numerical control servo mechanisms for the 3 axes of the machines. So for this they have retrofitted a conventional tracer mill, that is a tracer mill which is used with a numerical control servo mechanism. They used a servo mechanism for 3 axes of the machines. So in 1955 these machines were available to industries with some small modifications. So these machine tool builders gradually began developing their own projects to introduce commercial numerical control unit. Also certain industries users, especially these airframe builders, work to diverse numerical control machine to satisfy their own particular production needs. So the Air Force continued its encouragement of numerical control development by sponsoring additional research to the Mascot Institute of Technology to design a part programming language that could be used in controlling the numerical control machine. So in a short period of time, all the major machine tools manufacturers were producing some machines with numerical control, but it was not until late 1970 that computer-based numerical control became widely used. So NC matured as an automation technology. So this numerical machine which have come up, which are matured as an automation technology. When electronic industries developed new product, at the first miniature electronic tubes were developed, but the control were big, bulky and not very reliable. So at that time, whatever they have done a machine which was bigger in size, and it was bulky due to the the wires and everything, big, bulky, and not reliable it was. So that has been developed. So then solid state circuitry and eventually modular or integrated circuits were developed. So the control unit became smaller when they have started developing this solid state using solid state circuitry, and the eventually modular or integrated circuits were developed. So the control unit became smaller, more reliable and less expensive. So at that time these computer numerical control machines came into existence. So this was only the numerical control. At that time it was only the numerical control. After this, all these the solid state circuitry developed and everything has come up. So at that time it has become computer numerical control technique what they had. So this was a machine what they had, that is the bigger machine with the numerical control technique what it was. So this numerical control, it is a system in which actions are controlled. So the whatever I had told, this was the history behind this numerical control. So what do you mean by this numerical control? It is a system in which actions are controlled by the direction direct insertion of numerical data at some point. So numerical data, it is nothing but the that is the characters, or it may be the symbols, codes which have been made on a tape here. So in other words, programmable automation in which the mechanical action of a machine tool are controlled by a program. So the controlling of this machine were done by using the program here. So this is the what we had a numerical data, that is the numerical controller, that is a numerical control of the machines. So you can see the how exactly the working of this is. So the manufacturing operator used to have a numerical code, that is the NC code for that one. So numerical data in terms of characters or in terms of the alphabets, used to have a coding for the numerical controller. So numerical controller which used to control the machine unit, and it has to process the part. This was the what we had for a numerical control machine. So at that time, the parts as well as the unit, which was a bulky and which was a bigger units what we had. So that is, you can see the numerical controller. The numerical controller was a big, huge, bulky the material or the box what we see. So that is what we had a numerical control, the controller what we had. So and this controller used to have a control of the machine unit, and the processing of the part used to happen. So this component of NC machine, so it used to have the machine control unit as well as the that is the control loop unit as well as the data processing unit and the machine tools. So the machine tool, which is an hardware configuration of the numerical control machine, and the machine control unit, the whole control is done by using the machine control as well as this machine control unit, and the coding is used to done in the CLU, that is the control loop unit or a data processing unit. So from the data processing unit, the data used to store, that is programming has to be done, and it used to go to the machine control unit, and by the machine control unit, the operation of the tools and everything happen in the machine tool. So this was the what we had for the NC machines. So that is, the NC machine tools has a main unit which is known as a machine control unit. So it consists of some electronic hardware that reads the numerical control program, interprets it, and conversely translate it for mechanical actions of the machine tool here. So whatever the program used to do in terms of the tapes and everything, it used to convert to the mechanical action of the by using the machine tools. So a typical machine control unit may consist of the following units. So input or the reader unit, memory, processor, output channels, control panel, and feedback channels. So input, where we go for the inputting of the data. So inputting, that is in terms of the coding which is done, and this coding or the programming which we used to do, it has to be saved in the memory that is of RAM. So and that is processed, whatever the programming have to be done, this programming has to be run by using the processor. So that is what we call the processor. And after this, when the processor starts running, so we used to have an output. That is, output is nothing but the operation of the machine tool unit. So these all used to have happen by using a control panel. So control panel is there, and the control panel which is been controlled by using the feedback channel. So if anything happens, it used to give the feedback. So we are having a closed loop. That is what we are having a feedback control channels what we had. So that is of a numerical control unit. So machine tool is the main component of a numerical control system which executes the operation. So it may consist of a work table, cutting tools, jigs and fixtures, motors for driving spindle, and a coolant and lubricating system. So the latest development in the numerical control machine tool is the versatile, that is the versatile machining center. So this is a single machine capable of doing a number of operations such as milling, boring, drilling, reaming, and tapping by automatic tool changer. So under the control of a tool selection instruction. So that is what we had a machine tool. So the machine control unit may be of three types. That is the host MCU or swing around MCU standalone. So host MCU, that is a machine control unit, may be mounted on the machine tool or may be built in the casing of the machine. So this is what we had a machine control unit. It may be mounted on the machine tool or it may be built in the casing of the machine. So swing around is nothing but the machine control unit is directly mounted on the machine, which can swing around it can, and we adjusted as per requirement of the operator's position. So that was we had. That is the machine control, machine tool unit. And in the control unit, so in the same way, the standalone machine control unit is enclosed in a separate cabinet which is installed at some remote or same place near to the machines. So other components of an NC machine tool, which is the controller or the position transducer, machine table, gearbox, tachometer, motor and servo motor. So from the motor, we should have for a motor we should have a tachometer for the checking of the speed of this spindle. So in the same way, we are having a gearbox which can be controlled the speed of the motor by using the changing of the gears. So in the same way, we are having a machine tool. So the mounting of the tool, which is done by on the machine table. So that is the movement, that is it may be moved front and back. So that is what we have a machine tool. And the position transducer. So position transducer, which gives the controls for the servo motor as well as for the controller. Everything is done by using the position transducer. So magnetic control cabinet, that is the servo controller what we had, that is nothing but the magnetic control cabinet where we had. So coordinate system. We had a coordinate system with respect to the turning operation, or it may be the milling and drilling operation, as well as the different, when we go with respect to different operation, we had a right hand rule like that, that is x-axis, what we had y-axis and z-axis. So the part, when we talk about with respect to the part, so if we keep a part that is a constant, that is x-axis, y-axis and with respect to z-axis movement, so by using right hand rule we go for the operation. So when we take an example of a lathe machine, so in lathe machine we are having the x-axis, that is the x-axis, the movement of z-axis, that is the movement of the machine tool unit, movement of the machine tool unit with respect to x-axis. So with respect to x-axis, or it may be z-axis, we are having, that is the two axes what we had. So in the same way, when we talk about the milling and drilling, when we talk about the milling and drilling, the operation is different. The work table will be fixed. So when we talk about the milling, the movement will be in the two direction, x, y and z direction we are having. So when we talk about the drilling also, in drilling also we are having three axes. So when we talk about the lathe machine, we are having two axes. So based on that, that is the movement of the machine tool unit, or movement of the movement of the tool, or movement of the workpiece. Based on that, we are having a coordinate system here. So basic requirement of the that is the numerical control machine control, which is the preparatory function. So which units, which interpolator, or absolute or incremental programming, which circular interpolation plane, cutter compensation, etc. So these all are the preparatory function what we had for the machining, for the programming purpose. So in our next coming session, we will discuss about this incremental programming, what do you mean by incremental, absolute, or it may be the interpolator. So we will discuss about this. So preparatory function is where we go for programming with respect to different type of the program, with respect to different type here. So with absolute or incremental, or it may be the interpolator, so circular interpolation, plane, or the cutter compensation. Like this we go for different type of the programming with respect to the giving the dimension. So we will discuss regarding this one. So in the same way, we are having coordinates. So 3 translational and 3 rotational axes. So when we talk about the lathe machines, for the lathe machines we are having only the 2 axes. When we talk about the milling and drilling, we have a 3 axes. So that is 3 translation and 3 rotational. So the milling and drilling, where we have the workpiece will be moving up and down, whereas the tool will be moving up and down. So like that, when we talk about the milling and drilling, it is we are having the 3 translational and 3 rotational axes. So machining parameters, it may be the feed and speed. So based on the feed and based on the speed, we get different type of the machining properties we get. So that is what we had. And the tool control, so tool diameter, so or it may be the tool changer or the next tool number, tool change, everything is very important. So that is the tool controller. So based on the tool diameter, based on the tool thickness, we get a different type of the machining what we are having. So in the same way, we are having cycle functions. So drill cycle, rim cycle, bore cycle, mill cycle, so clearance plane, like this we are having different types of the cycle functions we are having. This is also we are having in our next the syllabus we are having. We will go in detail of this different type of the cycle functions. So in the same way, we are having a coolant control, that is coolant that is on and off, or the flowed mist, like this we are having different type of the cooling control. Okay, these all are the different type how we can control the cooling of the machines. As well as we are having the spindle on or off, or the tape rewind, spindle rotation direction, pellet change, clamp control, etc. So this is a numerical control machine what we are having. So we are having a tape, that is by using the tape we are having a programming. So winding and rewinding takes place in this one. So that is what we are having. So tape rewind or the tape winding and rewinding plays a very important role here. So based on that, the programming goes on working here. So that is what we are having. So spindle rotation direction, pellet change, so everything we are having. Interpolator, that is linear, circular interpolation we are having. So numerical motion control, that is the motion is controlled by using the program, that is by execution system, that is by the dimensions and commands. So when we talk about the dimensions which are given based on the interpolator and servo control mechanism, logic controller, and linear motion. So in the same way, we are having a commands, the translator, relay, and solenoid. So whatever the programming we do, it has to give the commands to the machine control unit, that is by using translator, relay, and solenoid. So for this all we want the power. So new NCs or CNC, so high speed spindle, that is more than 20,000 RPM we are having. High feed rate drive, that is more than 600 IPM we are having, that is the inch per minute, that is the feed rate what we are having. High precision, that is the 0.001 the inches of this accuracy we are having. So when we talk about the NCs or CNC, we are having a high precision and the feed rate we are having. So the types of numerical control, that is the conventional numerical control, that is what we call it as NC, direct numerical control DNC, computer numerical control, that is CNC. So nowadays we are using the computer numerical control, the machines we are using for the industries. So conventional numerical control, that is what we are talking about, the numerical control machines. So the data is sent to the machine tool by means of punch cards or tapes. So I have talked about this one, that is the tapes which we used to have. So on the tapes we used to have a programming here. So by the winding and rewinding the tapes, the programming used to work here. So or the punch cards, based on the punch cards we used to have the working of the machine. So the reader at the machine performs no calculation or interpolations. So the reader will not perform anything of this. So only thing is, we used to have a programming tapes, and the programming will be winding and rewinding, which based on that the machine goes on working. So in the direct numerical control, where control of multiple machine tools by a single mainframe computer through direct connection and in real time. So the name itself indicates direct numerical control. So from one computer we can control the n number of the machines. So that is what we are having, a direct numerical control. So in 1960 this technology come into existence, that is two-way communication. So one computer we are having, with respect to one computer we are having 2 to 3 machines. So 2 to 3 machines can be controlled only by one computer or the one person. So the person used to sit at one place and he used to have a control over the 3 machines. That is what we have, a direct numerical control here. So next, distributed numerical control. So distributed numerical control is by using the network consisting of a central computer connected to the machine tool units, which are nothing but the CNC. So nowadays we are having a DNC, distributed numerical control. So by using the network, so when we had a network, by using only the network, we can go for controlling the n number of machines. That is present technology what we are having. So two-way communication we are having in this distributed numerical control also. So you can see here the difference between the that is the direct numerical control and the distributed numerical control. So in the direct numerical control, we are having a communication with respect to the direct to the machines here, directly with respect to the machines. So we are having a control by using the computer. At one computer, the number of machines can be controlled, whereas in one central in a distributed numerical control, we are having only one computer, but it can be controlled over the different machine control units. We are having with respect to machine control unit, we are having a different machines. So here when we talk about the different machine control, at a different machine we can go for a different operations. So that is the transformation process. So in the direct numerical control, we used to have only one function, but here we can go for the different function with respect to different machines. That is what we are having a machine control unit. So by using the computer network, by using a different machine control unit, we can go for the different operations on different machines. That is the distributed numerical control. So the idea of computer numerical control is to position a computer right at a machine tool. So this is the computer numerical control. That is the CNC is what we are having today. It is the idea of computer numerical control is the position a computer right at the machine tool. So right now what we are having, it is the position of computer right at the machine tool. At the machine tool we are having the computer. So most if not all machine tools that are numerically controlled or CNC machine tools we are having. So this is what we are having, the computer numerical control. That is the controlling of the controlling panel we are having with respect that we are having the machine tool unit. So machine tool unit will be controlled by the programming language or the control unit here. So everything is in a one unit here. So that is what we are having, a computer numerical control. So this is what we are having with respect to the CNCs. So when we talk about the CNC, NC with respect to DNC or CNC, we are having the advantages as well as the benefits with respect to that. Before going to these benefits and advantages, we'll see about the numerical control we are having. So I'll talk about this where we are having the that is numerical control. Machine tools are the machine tool of which the various functions are controlled by letter, numbers and the symbols. I already talked about this one. So this NC machine tool runs on a program fed to it without human operator. So the NC program consists of a set of instructions or statements for controlling the motion of the drives of the machine tools as well as the motion of the cutting tool can be controlled. So before this numerical control machine tools, one or more of the following functions can be done automatic. That is the starting and stopping of the machine tool unit, controlling the spindle speed, positioning the tool at the desired location and guiding it along the desired path by automatic control of the machines of the slides, or it may be controlling the feed rate, changing the tools is done by using the NC. So this is what we are having. And with respect to NC, we are having the different parts with respect to machine tool unit. That is the part program that is using the part drawing and the cutting parameters. The part program is written. So this part program, which is a set of instructions to the machine tool for changing out the operation. For this we are having the different type of the programming language. That is a manual part programming, computer aided part programming we are having. We'll discuss this in our next sessions, coming session, in detail about this manual part programming as well as computer aided part programming. In the same way we are having the program tape. So whatever the program we used to have, that program will be stored in the tape. So the part program is entered on the program tape here. So this program is entered on the tape in the form of punched holes. So by using the punch holes, the holes are punched with the help of a punching machine. So by using the punching machine, the coding is done for the on the tape. This tape will be winded and as well as rewind. So that's when rewinding takes place, the machine goes on operating. That is what the technology we had in the numerical control machines. So this machine control unit, which is the program tape, is read by the tape reader. The controller takes input from the tape reader, as well as the machine tool, that is the machine tool is operated by the controller of the machine control unit. So here we are having the coordinate system, that is for flat and arithmetic block like parts. So you can see here the workpiece, which can be operated in all the direction, that is the movement of the workpiece with respect to X, Y, Z, as well as the A, B, C. For all these axes it can work, that is the milling and drilling operations can be of the arithmetic one what we are having. The conventional Cartesian coordinate system or rotational axis about each linear axis. So when we talk about these NC systems, so the part can have a movement with respect to all the directions, or the tool with respect to all the direction. That is what we are having. So for the rotational parts, when we talk about for the rotational parts, the turning operation, when we are having a operation of turning operation, that is only X and Z axis we are having. So turning operation is done on only two axes, that is X and Z axis. So yes, in the next session we will talk about the dimensioning and everything. So today we will have about the advantages and limitation of this. So when we talk about the advantages of this NC machine, where cycle time reduction takes place, or it may be the complex machining operations can be done, high degree of accuracy, less inspection required, reduction of scrap and wastage, increasing productivity, lower tooling cost, reduction of human errors, or it may be greater operation safety, greater operation efficiency, reduction space required, operator skill level reduced in these NC machine tools. So high investment cost, when we talk about these, we are having high investment cost for the numerical control machine. When we talk about CNC, the cost of these machine will be more when we talk about the investment, as well as maintenance cost is high for the CNC machines. When we talk about CNC machines, the cost is more for this, as well as need skilled programmers, and high utilization is required. So that is what we are having for this. Tomorrow in the next session, we will talk about the CNC as well as the this different type. We will talk about this one. So in today's session we'll see about the advantages with respect to the NC machine. So where it reduces time for delivery of parts. So reduces time for delivery of parts, reduces storage problem, reduces scrap rate of the material, reduce tooling cost, reduce layout time, or increase machine and tool life, less setup time, reduce actual machining time, allows rapid design changes in part, less jigs and fixtures are needed. So when we talk about only the numerical control, in numerical control technology what we had earlier, in that we used to have a advantage. At that time it was an advantage, but right now when we talk about the computer numerical controller CNC, so NC machine plays some of the limitation with respect to that we are having. So the benefits of this NC, where when we talk about the cost, high investment cost, we are having high maintenance efforts, or a need for a skilled programmer we want, as well as high utilization required. So the benefits is the cycle time reduction we are having, non-productive time reduction, greater accuracy and repeatability, lower scrap rates, reduced part inventory and floor space, operator skill level reduced here. So this is what we had advantages. So when we talk about the numerical control, only when we talk about the numerical control, it is what we are having. So its history and the components of the NC with respect to this. So in our next session we will discuss about the direct numerical control machines as well as the CNC machines. Thank you, students.